I've dedicated my life to bringing you the best, most effective marketing tools and strategies. Get ready to experience the change, inspiration, and success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. I'm Tom Ferry, and this is brand new, my friends. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. I'm Tom Ferry. It's episode 2. Hey, everybody, it's Tom Ferry. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hashtag Tom Ferry Show. It's episode 3, baby. Welcome to episode 4. Episode number 5, 6, 7, 8. Episode 9. We're almost at double digits. I'm really excited about this, guys. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Episode number 10. We made it to double digits. On today's show, we're going to look at 10 different ideas for you.
They were like, what you're doing is stupid. You're taking the content that you would sell in a seminar ticket for $400 or for a coaching program that would be thousands of dollars, and you're giving it away for free to everybody. Like, you're out of your mind. So I never had the fear of doing the show. I was always more fearful of, you know, am I really bringing something of value? Like, am I really, you know, like, I don't care about the haters. I want to be very clear. Like, the haters are kind of awesome. But it was like, is this enough? Am I giving enough? Am I giving too much? Like, I was always testing a 3-minute show, a 30-minute show, trying to figure out what was the right way to help people consume this content that would be meaningful and impactful for them. By the time video showed up, I was already like, hey, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So the fear, and it's probably a lot of the same fear that other people experience, which is, you know, is my content gonna be good enough? You know, I think that's the underlying fear. Like, did I put enough into this to bring people value, or am I just shooting a video to shoot a video? Literally, Sean, like, trying to figure out how I'm gonna take this little, you know, flip video camera and stack it on the right number of books so the frame of the, you know, like I would like cut out like where I think my head would be, go around on the other side, look at it, okay, it's frame right, and then literally reach over, hit the on button and go, hey, it's Tom Ferry, welcome to Life by Design, like, and go into my thing. But that was like infinitely better than when I was holding a flip video camera, standing outside in Chicago with the wind blowing, and people were like, you know, this is great, get a microphone. Like,
let me know what you think. I know one of you is going to say, you need to get a microphone because there's way too much noise going on. So just, you know, you can go ahead and say that, it's all good. I'm just trying something new. Always be innovating.
But no, I mean, it's going to sound cliche. I am such a big fan of practice that, like, I got through the fear of, you know, am I going to say the right thing? Am I going to do the right thing? Back in the day, like, I didn't have a team like you guys. Like, you know, Taz, who has been with me forever, who, you know, wasn't a videographer, wasn't an editor. He's a designer, right? But, you know, it was like next man up. Hey, I need somebody to hold the camera, and he took it on.
I appreciate that.
The mood in here just feels good. Well, back then we had, it was just me. There was no one really kind of being a sidekick for me, so. And we had a boom where I'm having to hold it like this, so I'm pushing film, shaking my boots. We used to put Tom on a rope. Crazy, man. Camera would stop out at 10 minutes, but I remember I was pumped. Like, I'd never shot my own show. I mean, I'd figure out the lighting and all that, and it was kind of just Tom and I on the fly. Pretty much what it was. But yeah, I was the only graphic guy, and they kind of just said, you got to figure it out, you know. I had no history with cameras, but they said, yeah, figure out Premiere Pro and After Effects, and I kind of was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, so I was kind of the Lone Ranger to really kind of just fire it up. But he really wanted to kind of nail it down and actually make it an official show. And so that's when we started basically just shooting, I mean, this series that has kind of transformed what it is today. It was all Tom. Yeah, he knew what he wanted, as he always does. And I mean, that's when we were really finally, I mean, we were in the YouTube scene for sure. I mean, he has his older videos that you've seen, but he really wanted to start firing up the content, and that was the beginning of episode 1.
So there were times when we almost canceled the show. There were times when Tom was like, why are we even doing this show? One of the thoughts that may have initiated the conversation of ending the show was burnout. The repetitiveness, the consistency of the show, just the toll it was taking on Tom, and the potential lack of innovation and fear. So one thing that Tom always preached was you shouldn't make decisions out of fear. Fear was definitely there because we're not growing, we're not reaching what we want to reach. Why are we even doing this? Like, the questions were there, fear was there. One thing that we were able to do to not get the show canceled was realize what we were doing and why we were doing it, going back to the basics, going back to the roots. Just being aware of our mission, being aware of what we were thinking. Was it negative? Was it positive? Was it actually good for us, or did it feel good? Just being aware was what saved the show.
Yeah, I mean, before me, it was one of the graphic designers who was just like called in for every episode. Richard was the only camera guy when I started. And so he ran the main camera, and then he'd give me the monopod with the second camera. And especially on episodes where there was a guest or something like that, it was my job to do like the close-ups, you know, so I was switching back and forth and never really realized how hard it is to keep a monopod really stable. That's where the shaky camera comes in on episodes 130 to 140. But yeah, but it was fun, good learning experience. To me, I think the excitement is just being in the room when it's being shot. You know, there's some sort of excitement about being part of that process, being in the room when they're shooting the show, and, you know, being part of that whole experience.
My first impression was, how can I do this? That was my first impression. I remember I've always admired that level of tenacity and leadership ability. It's very contagious. When you walk in the room with Tom shooting a Tom Ferry show, you just feel it. It's not just like a you know, like, I don't know, a visual or a hearing. It's more senses than that. It's like you can actually feel his energy.
I think I met him for the first time actually to film a Tom Ferry show. And it was a lot. It was just hectic with all the people in production, and I wasn't really sure what was going on and how the filming was going to go, but it was really exciting and really cool. First way to meet him, like in his element on the show. So yeah, I think I joined after around the 100th mark. And I don't think people really realize what goes into the show, and how many people touch the show before you even see it. When you were in with him behind the scenes, he's very silly and funny, and the outtakes that we get and things like that are really fun to watch. And the best part about the show is we reached 200, and pretty much every show Tom says, "How do I start the show again?"
Ready when you are.
All right. How do I start? Welcome to Tom Ferry Show.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. So, how do I start? Just.
I don't know how he doesn't know that after 200 he's supposed to say, "Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show." But I think that's like the funniest way to start. I don't know if he does it on purpose now or if he really doesn't know, but it's pretty funny. And we usually call him One Take Tom. I don't know if anyone's mentioned that.
Wow, one take. That's all it takes.
But One Take Tom, you know,
3 takes for an opening. This is a record. This is a record. Yes.
all time.
All right. New standard.
Here we go.
All right. What the hell's the matter with me? I know, like I'm talking too much. It's just an intro. All right, I got to do the whole thing over again. Sorry. All right, ready?
Take 49.
You. All right. I owe you. All right. Okay, good. All right. All right. This is insane. All right. Hold on. Okay. All right. Hold on. How many? Like, just bring him back. Focus. Sorry. ADD. And obviously, what the am I talking about? If watch it immediately, because this is legit. Click the link or race to Tom Ferry.
.com is my website. Hey, my friend at Facebook. No, hey, my friend at Facebook. What the fuck is that? Okay, ready? Today on the Tom Ferry Show. No, I totally it up. Fine. No, I keep up. So what's the hook again?
Wonderful.
I don't know what that was, but it'll work. That's instant. All right, hold on.
Yeah, it's hot.
This is how it pretty much is every day.
Think it?
Yes. All right.
He's out of it, right? Exactly.
Okay. I got to do the intros for.
Pretty good. He's on the ball. He knows what he wants to say. He's very good about making his points and hitting them in the time frame we give him. But it is pretty funny when he messes up or is in a silly mood and starts dancing or doing something off the wall. It's pretty funny.
I wish I could blow off the entire day. We would just watch Airplane. It is such a good movie.
My board is off.
Yeah, you sure over here?
That's good, Tom. There we go.
There we go.
Well balanced.
Okay.
All good. Yeah.
All right.
Our Zen master. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it. I just needed the cake. Da, 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 da. All right. Then at Wedwood. Hello. Okay. Anyway, that's right. Show. All right.
Little Tom has been actually the best guest of our show. Will you show cover the camera? There we go. Yeah, Little Tom's the best. I think he's like Tom's sidekick now because he always makes sure he has him in the show. He's like in some corner, so keep an eye out for him in the show.
I'm glad that you do this too, because this is.
Oh
no! Oh no!
No!
It doesn't. What do you want to do with that?
Just
whatever.
I think it's actually perfect that it's just sitting there like.
You want to
And ask
take a
yourself,
nap? Yeah.
what happened to Little Tom?
There you go.
All right. You want to take over? All right.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always a lot of laughs in the room anytime we're shooting a show. It breaks up the monotony. I mean, anytime you're with the CEO and founder of the company, it's a cool thing, for one thing, but, you know, it's media, it's lights, camera, action, it's all that. So it's fun anytime you're in there.
No, Tom's not perfect. And like we have so many bloopers to prove that Tom's not perfect at all. And like, especially when, like before we're shooting, if he's not on his laptop or writing notes and he's just waiting on us, he'll have a conversation with us. And then like sometimes in the middle of his shoots, he will stumble over his words and he'll just go off on a joke tangent or something like that. Like Tom's human, man. Like, I wish more people could see that from Tom, because it's really special. Tom is a goofball, believe it or not. Tom's a goofball. So, yeah.
Through and through. He is that authentic, genuine person. So what you see, you know, in front of the camera is exactly what he is behind the scenes.
Is he always like that? I'm like, yeah, no, he really is always like that. And, you know, he is always like that. So it's just great to actually, like, be surrounded by someone so positive. And I think that it's changed me and helped me as a person as well to, you know, like, kind of like, how would Tom handle this? Or, you know, brush it off maybe is something that I would take maybe to heart or whatever, stress about. I think Tom's really, like, you know, mindset's really kind of helped me at work and personally too.
He has really changed people's lives, and we see that every day on social. People writing about how he's improved their business, of course. People who are writing in about how he's improved their family life.
To me, anytime we get lots of feedback on the Tom Ferry Show, a lot of positive feedback, that makes me feel good as being part of that and knowing that we're delivering that value to people.
Being the Tom Ferry Show producer, you know, I'm very much that lead behind, you know, setting up shows, and I'm usually the one who takes that and edits that. Well, it was a little surprise to me that when I was going through the footage and editing it, that Tom had a genuine kind of moment where he was in the middle of delivering something very powerful, very like just, you know, educational and value driven, and then in the middle of it, he stops and goes, oh, I burped.
What chunk of 18 was that same way? But I just burped. But then you want to show them.
That, it just caught me by such surprise because, one, I wasn't expecting it. It's definitely interesting to stumble across and just find that moment in the show. And And I went ahead, I left it in because I thought, well, that's the side of Tom that I often get to see. You know, it's often things that we might consider bloopers or outtakes that we're gonna edit, cut out of the show, and nobody's gonna really see it. We're gonna just keep it as is. But I left that in, and I think there was kind of a great return on that, in the sense of leaving that moment from Tom in the show, and when we share that with our audience, you know, you get a lot of feedback. But there's one particular comment from a lady online who she commented and shared it with the group online that she's like, did anyone else notice Tom burp? And she found that moment to be also very relatable. In that moment, I think it encouraged her to also branch out of her own comfort zone, because she's like, hey, Tom burps. Tom's just human as all of us. And so that was kind of a nice reward that I took out of my work, because it's nice to see that effect that innocent moment had on somebody else.
If the Tom Ferry Show didn't really impact people, or if we didn't really help people, then we would not be having episode 200. We would have ended it at episode 10, because no one cared. But people do care. The Tom Ferry Show is here for a reason, and it's here to serve and help transform lives. So as long as there's still people out there that we need to help, we need to reach, Tom Ferry Show will always be here. To reach episode 200, what that says is, hey, there's a reason you started this. There's a reason you need to keep going. And there's a reason why you're still here.
I mean, it's one of our main things that people know Tom for. So I think it's huge, and I'm really proud of everybody on the team for maintaining it and doing a great job that they've done and bringing it to the level that it is now.
200 episodes is a lot. It's a lot of content to produce, and I feel like we're just touching the tip of the iceberg. This is something that I do believe in, and I was sold from day one, pretty much. Yeah, I appreciate all of it. That's what I'd like to say.
To us, we're not gonna stop. This show has such an impact on everything we do, so much impact on everybody who watches that. So thank you so much for everybody who is following us, who subscribe to the show. This is just awesome for me as a marketer to see. And I can say nothing less that I'm super grateful for everybody involved.
The hero's Tom. He's the one really making the magic there. But just being a part of it in the back end, like everything we do here, you know you have a piece of it, and it's changing people's lives, and that's kind of what it really boils down to in the end. That's the big goal, is to change everyone's lives, and it's obviously working more and more, because we're at 200. It's gonna hit 400, 500, I'm sure, and it's just gonna keep growing. People are gonna get better from it.
I don't know what it looks like, but I know it looks crazy good, and I can't wait to get there with this team.
If you thought it was good now, it's just gonna get 10 million times better and bigger. So you should be excited. Yeah, it's gonna be good. And then I'd say to Tom, just thank you for letting us be a part of this.
But if I were to add anything else, I'd say that I'm very thankful, very grateful, and very humbled every day. I've grown a lot, technically, professionally, personally, and that being around Tom and the team, as being as positive as they are, it's been a very rewarding experience so far, and I've been excited every day, and I'm excited for every new day that comes. I'm excited for this episode 200. I'm excited for the next 200. Really just, it's great. I'm looking forward to it all, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
But at the end of the day, it's just something that I just am proud of, because we've been doing it for as long as we've been doing it. And it's a discipline now, right? I mean, it's in my schedule every Tuesday, right? So, I couldn't imagine not doing it. Now it's just about, we talk about this all the time in all of our meetings, like it's doing it better, right? How do we do it better? What's the little hacks, the little tweaks, the little adjustments, whether it's to reach more people, to create more engagement, to give more value. Like, I think that's the game. That's the very first episode. It's talking about ephemeralization. How do you get a lot of a little or more for less? How do you do things better, right? And then making sure that we're always just staying centered on who is our client and how do we serve them? What are their pain points? How do we help them through that? We do that, I think we win.
What would you like to say to them now?
Thank you. I mean, thank you 200 times. I guess when I go on and I heart their comment and I give it a thumbs up, And that's me saying thank you. That's me saying, I hear you and I appreciate that you took time out of your schedule, not just to watch the show, but to write a comment, right? That means a lot to me. So for everybody watching, know that, you know, if it's on YouTube, if it's on Instagram, you know, if it's Twitter, you know that's me responding. You know, when you see me do this, or, you know, the heart or the poop emoji, you know that's me. Yeah, just thank you.